Good evening. I say good evening. It's not good evening. It's the afternoon. I'm just very used to doing these in the evening, which is why we have actual daylight around me for a change. And let's talk about daylight. A lot of people like to paint in daylight, but I have a problem with it. Painting in daylight is variable, so let's give some advice on painting in daylight. If you're going to paint in daylight, make sure your back is to the window, not facing it, because if you hold a model up to the light, you'll find it gets silhouetted, so you won't see as much. I had a chat with a student of mine recently, and he said, well, that'll explain why I'm buying more and more lamps. You know, sits facing the window, so the light is coming at him and silhouetting his model. Yeah, so have your back to the window if you're going to paint in light. The next thing is try not to paint when it's too sunny, because light is variable. This is the main reason I rarely paint daytime, and if I do paint at daytime, I'll try and close all the curtains, things like that. Light's variable. You can't trust it to be consistent. You can't trust it to do what you need it to do, or not do what you don't need it to do. Like, for example, if it's sunny, warm everything up, dry everything out. So I trust my lamp, because I can trust my lamp. It's consistent, it's reliable, and blah blah blah. And same applies when you are taking photographs. Daylight can be good for certain things and certain effects. However, at the same time, because it's variable, then you can't rely on it to give you consistent results. And if there's one thing we need, it's consistent results. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, welcome to the live stream. For those that have never seen this before, yes, I am sideways, and yes, I am in the comments. Mainly so you guys can see how I behave here on the palette, right? The other reason I have it sideways is it looks nicer on YouTube. And for you guys who have never been before, I have a second camera set up just here, okay? So I do these videos in pairs, okay? And the intent behind that is, in this part of the live stream, the bit you're watching now on Instagram, you guys, I'm pointing at you, yeah? In this part, when I upload it to YouTube, or even right now, you have a chance to ask me questions as I work on this project. Alright, you have a chance to interact with me, get my thoughts, I have a chance to interact back, and you get to learn something, okay? The second camera is for close-ups, alright? It's not on yet. I'll start it in a little bit when we get painting. And the two videos to be used in conjunction with each other. One video you can get a bunch of chatting, the other video you can get all the close-ups. Alright, I hope that makes sense to you guys. Mr. Phil, hello. Let's see who's in actually. Apparently 4 or 5 of you. Well, loads of people turned up and then buggered off. Well, that's fair enough. Dazog, you alright, dude? So, what's anyone else up to today? Let's, that warp guy, hello. It's to be interesting this actually, because a lot of you guys will be used to be being here around during the day. Now at night generally it's the same crowd again and again. It looks like there's some familiar faces here. Anyway, I've got my brew. Also today I'm going to try and do a couple of these back to back, because I want to catch up, and also I don't really want this project to take ages, but at the same time it's going to take as long as it takes. I just did a little bit of an experiment a couple of nights ago, just on how I might like the skin to look. I was just into it essentially. So I'm going to carry on with that there. So yeah, let's see who else. Council 13, hello. Silver Fox is painting an Ogre Tyrant. the new one, it's sweet, isn't it? It's a top model. I might have to get one of them as well. Might have to get one. So yeah. Right. A few of us in now. Any questions before we begin? Any questions on what I've done so far? Let's get some of that business out of the way. But while you're typing up your questions, if you have any. The reason I'm late with this one is because at the weekend I had my fundamentals and non-mets course. And I always love doing these things. You know, I say if I could teach somebody every day, I absolutely would do. If I could teach a class every day, I absolutely would, or even every week, I'd do that as well. I don't get, I do not get bored of teaching the same lesson. And when I say same lesson, I mean my fundamentals course and the non-mets course. The reason is it's not about the information I give, but it's about the delight on people's faces when they realise how simple and straightforward good painting really is. And that to me is that's a delight to me. You know, I really enjoy it. So yeah, there you have it. Right, looks like a load of you are in. Hello everybody. Get your comments in. Council 13, does either of your courses cover OSL? Ooh. Not specifically, but at the same time, it doesn't not. OSL came up on the fundamentals course. OSL is OSL is nothing other than colour blended from one colour to another, paint blended from one colour to another, put in a location. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so it's not, it's only difficult if you make it difficult. Alright. We don't, none of it needs to be hard. So I don't really necessarily think a full course is necessary. Just some guidance here and there, you know. Qatar Painter, hello. Who else has said hello? Well, there's a few of you all popping up now. David Rosuero, saludar, brilliant. Ah, okay. Glad all you guys are here. Should we get on with the show? Should we get on with it? In fact, here we go. Before we get on with the show, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video and leave a comment, and then I'm going to pick one of you to win this. Yeah, this is my 2-hour paint job, Greater Demon and Nurgle. Yeah, so I smashed him out in a couple of hours just to prove a point that good paint jobs can be pretty damn quick. Now, it's not a Golden Demon winning paint job, but I tell you what, it's get it on the table fast kind of paint job. Let's give you a guided tour of him. Loads of funky colours, you know. Rattle cans, dry brush and washes. That's the way. So yeah, that's that guy. Quite enjoyed doing his eyes, just white, just straight up white. So yeah, try and win this guy. Right, loads of you popping up now. Loads of you giving me waves. Some of you saying some things. Right, 40k by Denton. Can't stay and watch as you're at work, but left the airbrush trick for tea. Alright, brilliant. Right, so yeah. For those that don't know, 40k by Denton says, or at least asked me last time, if I had any advice for teaching his left-handed son how to hold a brush properly. I gave him the example of using an airbrush. Yeah, you hold a paintbrush pretty much like an airbrush, and the action of painting a straight line is initiated by this finger. Yeah, now with a paintbrush it's helped a little bit by the thumb, but it's this action. So that's how you should hold. Or I say should. Some people hold it all weird. But I tell you what, right? I see people who hold paintbrushes like this, and they are consistently wobbly, they consistently can't do long straight lines because they run out of space. In fact, I'll do it. I can't show you. Yeah, they hold the paintbrush like that. They can't. There's no room. The moment you hold the paintbrush like this, yeah, you have room to move. You have room to paint. Look at all that. But then here, you run out of space real quick. So all my students that hold paintbrushes in weird ways, you know. Now you can say, "Oh, it didn't work for me." Well, your normal way isn't working for you, you know. So you're here to learn new ways, not try and make your old ways do better, because your old ways aren't doing better. You know, that's why you kind of watch videos to help you get better. And you think generally it's about wiggling your brush at the model, and there's a lot more goes into it than that, a lot more than you think. So you know, in some ways, being our own little individual is fantastic, but it doesn't mean that it will get you where you want to go. Yeah. One of my favorite books ever is Prospero Burns, and there's a conversation between some Imperial Guard general and a Space Wolf Jarl, and the Space Wolf basically says, "Can you dig a hole with a shovel? Yeah. Can you dig a hole? Can you kill a man with a shovel? Can you kill a man with a rifle? Can you dig a hole with a rifle?" It's like all of a sudden, you know, the tools you think you need aren't as useful all of a sudden, if that makes sense. You know, and while you might like rifles for war, blah blah blah, in some ways they're not as useful. I think that's kind of the gist of it. I'm going to stop waffling on because I'm making a goon of myself. So here we go. Let's get this camera moving. Camera. Camera. I tell you what, camera phones are weird, you know. Like, you set them up to be in the right position, but then when they turn off and turn back on again, they've changed position, and I don't understand how that works. Yeah, like the actual lens has moved even though the camera hasn't. There we go. Brilliant. Here we are, and welcome to the show. Yeah. Right, so for those that don't know, in this close-up video we've got a close-up camera, and there's also a live stream camera over my right hand shoulder. The live streams I do on Instagram, but I upload the videos, both videos, to YouTube, so you can ask me questions on the live stream and learn from other people's questions on the live stream. The live stream's also longer as well. This short video's what do you call it? The close-up video is also shorter than the live stream. It's just a snippet of it. So here we go. So we're doing the Ogroid Myrmidon. Today we're going to be doing the skin. Alright, and for that we're going to be doing Rakhar Flesh and Zandri Dust. Why those colours? Well, I undercoated this guy a couple of videos ago in Zandri Dust, and I knew I wanted his skin to be a lot lighter and not quite as sandy coloured. Very much like the artwork and the box art. Now, some of you might find this stage a little bit tricky, because the intention of this is I'm just letting go and painting with no plan, you know, painting with no plan whatsoever. I'm just gonna smash my way through it, but follow the best you can. So one of the best pieces of advice I can give you if you're learning to paint is finish models. Just finish models, more and more. Finish. Yeah, the more models you finish, the quicker you will get better. All right. The more models you give up on, the only thing you'll be practicing is giving up. Yeah, You can't tell me how good your model is or isn't until it's finished. Yeah, you can't judge the end result by a mid part of the process. That makes sense. Yeah. So let me just adjust this lamp. Yes, I wish this camera would stop wobbling. It seems to wobble even at just a mere heartbeat, and that's not an exaggeration either. Okay, anyway, you see what kind of colour I've mixed here, and look at the way the consistency behaves on the palette there. Alright, so I'm just going to start smashing this on. Yeah, a little bit of water just to kind of diffuse some edges. I'm smashing this on in quite a general kind of way. I don't want to cover up too much of the shading I put in last week. But at the same time, if that's what happens, that's what happens. Why? Because in this video, we're letting go. Yeah, we're letting go. And we're just going to allow some things to happen. Yeah, and we're just going to roll with whatever punches. Blah, blah, blah. Roll with whatever this project kind of throws at us. Some people need to work to a plan. That's all fine and dandy, but it's easy to get frustrated when things don't go to plan. Yeah, so let's let go a little bit. Let's just create nice little pieces of art. Let's let the randomness of creation join us on our journey. Yeah, I am that guy. And you see that sometimes I'm using different consistencies. Yeah, anybody that tells you there's an ideal consistency of paint, they're talking shite. Yeah, they're not talking much sense at all. There might be ideal consistencies of paint for particular jobs, but essentially there's no such thing. See, I'm being pretty rough. Yeah, I'm not worrying. I'll tighten it all up later on, and you guys will get to see how all that works. Trying to be a little bit more tighter in here, because when I put in these patterns last week, I was pretty rough with it, and I'm alright with that. I might neaten them up more or less, or whatever, really. Or whatever. Okay. Right, who's saying what? Who's saying what? Counselor 13, you need to lock your aperture. Press and hold on your focal point, and a padlock should appear. Alright, okay. Right, good advice on how to use my camera phone. There you go. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this guy finished as well. Not a normal kind of project for me, this. There we go. So I'm gonna be dancing around the model with this paintbrush, almost randomly, which weirdly is something I don't often recommend, but because we're letting go, then we're letting go. Practice and employ both skill sets. Or both are useful. I'm not happy with the way I did that there. Let's change that up a bit. There we go, that's better. course, if when this video is posted up on YouTube land, you got any questions, give me a shout. Put them in the comments below and all that business. I'll see if I can deal with it in the next video. Alright, even though I've not done all the skin, I'm actually just going to go back and go over what I've done. And you might notice I go over it in a different way. It's kind of just roughed in the skin tones. So they don't need as much as going over. You notice I also leave some of the older colours showing through, whether it be the shade or the Xandri Dust undercoat. I'm okay with allowing these things. Brilliant. Also, to reiterate, this project is about smashing it out. Yeah, and just letting go. I ain't trying to impress anybody with painting quality in this. We'll save that for some later videos. Alright, okay. Liking it. I am liking it. Let's see what anyone's saying on the live stream. Alright, brilliant. Some people recommending some equipment, which is nice. Brilliant. Cheers, guys. Right. Let's get this shoulder done. Let's get this shoulder done. Let's just smash a load of paint there like that. Let's give the brush a little bit of a wash. Let's take that brush right along that edge there. Just diffuse that out. Happy with that. Let's go along his muscularity. There. Wet the brush. Smooth that out. Let's go along his bicep. Smash some paint on there. Diffuse that. Let's smash some paint on his thing. Forearm, upper arm, tricep. Cool. Let's do the same up here. Smash that out. Nice. So we'll go all over these again a little bit. Let's do a couple of little flashes of light there. Diffuse those out a little bit. So anyone notice that I do two brush blending with one brush? Kind of proving that needing two brushes is absolutely unessential and doesn't deserve the name two brush blending. Essentially I just wet the brush that I'm already using, wash it, and then use that to diffuse the paint. So I call it paint and diffuse. It doesn't matter how many brushes you use, that's what you're actually doing. Paint a bit, diffuse a bit, paint a bit, diffuse a bit. Anyone else notice I keep water on my palette as well. Yeah. So I can just water things down at will. See, it's easy to think at this stage, if you were following along with me, it's easy to think at this stage, it's all going wrong, oh it looks like crap, oh it's dead scruffy, oh my blends aren't perfect, blah 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 blah. And to be honest, all those ideas are just really words telling you to, words in your head telling you to put your brush down and not carry on with it. And I'm going to urge you guys now to have faith in what you're doing. Yeah, have faith that the end result will be worth it. It will be worth it for many reasons. One is you actually might turn the paint job around. Yeah, turn it around and have a fantastic piece of miniature art at the end of it. Okay. The second thing is whether you like it or not, you will have an end result worth analysing. You will have an end result where you can go, actually, these things went right, so I'll remember them, bank them for later. These things didn't go as I might have liked, and these are the reasons why, so I'll adjust. Now, if you don't finish projects, you don't ever get to that point where you can make those assessments. Yeah. Plus, you also never learned how to adjust with your project. You never learned how to fix mistakes. You never essentially learned how to get better. Yeah. Essentially, you're letting your ability to make mistakes justify you putting the brush down and not adjusting to them. Yeah, and doesn't help anyone. That don't help anyone. Right, I'm going to go a lot thinner now because I had this blend here earlier on. Notice how my brush strokes go away from the dark, and if I was doing dark, all the brush strokes would go away from the light colour. Yeah, always end your brush stroke where the colour you are using will be strongest. I'm liking this guy. I'm liking him. I'll deal with his face in a separate video. Now, you see here, I was just, see that little puddle of paint there? I was just about to paint this bit of muscle, and there's actually a puddle of wet paint on it. I have stopped. Do not paint anywhere near paint that is partially wet and partially dry. That's how you get lumps in your junk, man. You don't want lumps in your junk. Lumpy, streaky, patchy, horrible paint is what you get if you paint on paint that is part wet, part dry. If it's all wet, go for it. If it's not, don't go for it. Brilliant. Let's see. See, I'm just smoothing that. Wasn't blended too well earlier on, and now I'm smoothing it out. A couple of thin layers. Not being too fussy about anything really. Yeah, I think I'll save his face to a later video. Okay, let's get his hand in. Oh, why did I do that then? Oh, it's more rack half in it. There we go. Okay. Pound some fingers on. 2, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Now let's get some of this wetter paint here. Right, let's let his hand dry a little bit. Get his one more. Let's see, I just painted some pretty stark lines across there, because I know I can fade them in a little bit. I'm alright with that. Put his finger in there. Alright, so I'm quite liking everything about this guy now. Let's take a little bit of work here and there just to neaten some bits up. So I suppose what I'll do is I'll show you guys how I actually neaten those bits up on one part of him. So you don't want to watch me do the entire model that way. Or do you? I don't know, let me know. Okay, now my shoulder's a lot drier, which is nice. Avoid those patches. So I think last video I spoke about watching people paint more than asking questions. Watch and take notes about how, mental notes. You take physical notes as well if you want. But watch about how I use my brush and how our brush stroke isn't just a brush stroke. There's more than meets the eye when it comes to brush control. You know, as all my students will tell you. You know, if it was just a case of wiggle your brush with this paint at your model, then everything works out fine and we'd all be amazing painters, but it doesn't work that way. So again, if you go back through some of my Instagram live videos on YouTube, you'll find a conversation me and Richard Gray had, and both him and I have a slight pet hate, which is people asking you for recipes all the time. Oh, what colours did you use? What colours did you use? Blah blah blah. Well, the thing is the recipe won't make you a better painter. Yeah, I could give you all the recipes in the world, and you probably still wouldn't be able to do my styling on mats. Why? Because you're not emulating how I use my brush the same. And that's the bit. How can you emulate how I use my brush? Now, you might be able to pick up a couple of tricks from how I'm doing this guy now. So watch, essentially. Just watch. Alright, let's put this guy down for a second. Let's let him dry. Let's see who's on the old live stream. Who's saying what? Wow, plenty of stuff coming in. Okay, Axe Face Paint says, already inspired. You've wanted to be more free and get more minis done instead of overthinking and overworking every project like you always do. I'm glad you're inspired to let go a little bit more. Just finish models. Make sure you finish projects. It gives you a chance. I have to reiterate again. Finishing projects gives you a chance to assess how good you are and assess your lessons, to bank the good things learned and the good things achieved, and to assess the things you're not happy with, so you can figure out why they happened and then avoid them, or figure out why they happened and then if you want that effect in the future, you can recreate it. Yeah, so do that. Quick swig of me brew. Right, let's see who else says what. Council 13. Current project, you accidentally glazed with a mix of blue and hard coat instead of blue medium. Had to do a full restart, but sticking with it, persevering is hard sometimes. You see, accidentally glazed a mix of blue and hard coat instead of blue and medium. why is it not then possible? You said you had to restart, but why could you not then just glaze over all that in medium? You know, roll with it, man. Roll with it. I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm not around your project. There might be a reason that made it absolutely impossible. Okay, so I'm just smashing some colour all the way over these guys. How long have we been going? 22 minutes. This camera seems to glitch out at 33 minutes 10. I don't know why. Just the way it is. Alright, I think. Oh right, here we go. So the hand. If you notice I did the hand and I've just done these 4 bars of colour and I've not blended any of them. Well, now I just get to blend over all of it. Yeah, and then leaving the might be a bit dark, that too much sandry dust. Leaving that rough idea of colour showing through. Plan some videos soon with more of a structure as well. And I think I'm going to start with something real quick and easy, like how I do my Necromunda bases. It doesn't get quicker and easier than that. Trust me. Or don't trust me, it's up to you. Oops. Brilliant. Right, let's neaten this area up here. Let's get some of the right colours in there. Alright, nice one. Nice soft results now on his skin. I like it. Not being all streaky and lumpy, and the blends are coming out nicely. Alright, you know, we have to take responsibility. It's not the blends are coming out nicely. We make the blends come out nicely. Yeah, credit where credit's due. Brilliant. Right, okay. Right. Happy with that. Happy with that. Right, okay. So, let's get rid of the Zandy dust. Let's just use rack half. So, I'm going to treat this as a highlight stage. And maybe I'll block in some other colours a bit firmer and not have so much of the base coat showing through, or whatever subcutaneous layers. You know, see, I'm just kind of scribbling paint on. I'm not worrying about it more than that. Yeah, big broad brush strokes. Yeah, and just notice again, right, I don't have one ideal consistency. Yeah, I'm playing with all types of consistencies all the time, depending on what kind of job I want my paint to do. Yeah. Sometimes it's thinner, sometimes it's thicker, but what there isn't is any kind of, oops, hair on the brush there, any kind of paint dogma that says your paint must be milk, does my head in that, or your paint must be 50-50 or 2 or 1, or you must use medium. No, bollocks to medium. Water. Yeah. Oops, get that. Right. Can you see now with this later stage, I am being a little bit more deliberate about where I place my scribbly highlights. Oh, especially in this instance. There's some nice lines on his chest there. They need some justice doing to him. I'm like following the musculature, like there. Let's blend those in a little bit. Nice. Here, see, there's a big muscle here and also another muscle there, so I kind of want this little area here shaded slightly. Broad strokes, look at them. Clean but moist brush, smooth them out a little bit. Cool. 3, 4. Oh, brilliant. You guys get the idea, don't you? Let's get a bit more of this colour up back here. Lovely. Okay. Be a little bit more deliberate now, just in between his little stripes and whatnot. These Garfield stripes. That's what I named them like the other week. Yeah, I will neaten all this up. Everything's just kind of sketchy wetchy at the moment. And I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. So, leave a comment actually. Tell me if you're going to have a go at this. Join me on this journey of uncertainty. Yeah, because I've got no clue how this is going to look at the end. I got a rough image in my head, but I'm not committed to it. I'm not so committed that I'm going to pull a face and give up on the project just because it's not going to such a strong image in my head. I'm going to let go and I'm going to see what chance offers me. Yeah, just by going with the flow. It's not how I paint, by the way. This is just one way of how I paint. One style. It's not my default style necessarily. Well, mainly I don't paint creatures. Yeah, I'm starting to come to the end of this stage now. I think I'm a lot happier with it. Does anyone notice I don't care if I'm getting paint on the straps and things like that. I just don't. I'm gonna paint them again later on. I'm gonna fix all these things up. They're all gonna get a neatening stage. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Brilliant. What colour do you reckon I should do his tattoos carved into him? So just do him a random scar colour. I don't feel the need to do anything too magical. It's too much of that crap gone on since 8th edition, where everybody has magic socks, magic bed, magic pillow, magic coffee, magic fences. There's literally rules for magic fences. What on earth? Yeah, everything's just a bit overcooked. Like the Incredibles, that syndrome, dude. If everybody's super, then nobody's super. So magic became mundane. Yeah. Not sure I agree with keep leveling everything up, making everything better, and whatever that means. Whatever that means. Alright, cool. Right, brilliant. I'm happy to call these stages done. I might go lighter later on, I might go darker later on. Well, there you go. 2 stages. Sandry dust, rack half mix, and then just rack half. I'll do his face separate later on. Alright, so there you go. Leave a comment below if you got any questions. If you've got any questions on the live stream, let me know. If you guys in this video want to win this guy, leave a comment, like and subscribe. We're going to choose one of you that has done all those things to win this dude. It's my 2-hour smash it out paint job. He needs to go to a better home because right now I'm not using him for anything. So yeah, there you go. If anybody wants to support what I do have a what do you call it, a Patreon page. At the moment, people want to support what I do on YouTube. I'm just massively grateful. I want to give as much of this away as possible, you know. So there you go. Enjoy. Over and out, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, let's see who's saying what. Council 13 wants some coffee. Yeah. Dan Bulb, give me some eyeballs. Council 13 asks, do I think that as I matured as a painter, our focus moved away from purely technical approach to something more expressive? Expressive. You've got to tell me what you mean by expressive, because, you know, I'm not. If the camera wasn't on me now and I was painting this guy, I'm not sure what I think I'm expressing. I'm just kind of painting, you know, just going with the flow. I ain't trying to make anybody feel grim dark, for example. I'm not trying to make anybody feel amazed by an amazing. I don't have any objectives, so I'm not sure. What do you mean by expressive? That's a fair question, I think. You know, I've got no rage I wish to put onto him, you know, and no sorrows or what have you. I'm just kind of painting the dude, you know, and that's about all I'm thinking about, really, you know. And I did buy this guy purely just to do this on YouTube and live streams, and I didn't do it for any other reason, you know. I probably wouldn't have bought the model personally, regardless of how amazing a model it is. yeah, I'm doing it just to help you guys. Yeah, I'm not trying to make a political statement or anything. I mean, I don't know. Expressive. It's some might say, how am I not expressing something? Even by just allowing, I'm expressing my freedom. But as much as I am a spiritual airy fairy type, I'm not sure if this time is it. But we'll see, eh? We'll see. We shall see. Right, any other questions? Alright, so earlier on, Councillor 13 said, current project accidentally glazed with a mix of blue and hard coat, which is gloss varnish by the way, instead of blue and medium. And I said, why don't you just go over it all in medium and take the shine off? And he said, maybe you could have, but he panicked. Now, and this is the thing that I'm kind of trying to give an example of in this video here, because instead of freaking out at every mistake I do, I just let it and deal with it and try and just get around things calmly and easily, you know, because the moment you judge something good or bad, you get a hit of whatever hormones and you're like, I don't like it. Whereas if you just go, alright, that's now glossy, it needs to be matte, well, there's the answer. See what I mean? So I'm just kind of getting those ideas across to you, that this is just toy soldiers, you know, and it's not more important than that, you know. Take it from me, I have shed a tear or two over this hobby and the people in it, you know, and I'm sure those people couldn't give a shit. Right, any other things? Do you ever notice that some people paint close to their face? It's probably a matter of eyesight. Yeah, but I mean, what's close? You know, close. Or is there no such thing? Tell me what you mean. People do paint close to the face, definitely. You know, some people paint further away, but it's just the way it is. There is such a thing. Alright, dudes. How much time have we got left on this live stream? I wish I had a clock. It only kind of gives you the last 30 seconds. You end up like going, I've got to do the end of my video. Right, any questions on anything we've got to... Any questions? I'm just waffling today. It must be the daylight. I don't normally do this at daylight. It's freaking me out. So Jane Gask says, yeah, you worry about your eyesight, you feel that you get closer and closer as you paint in a session. Yeah, so, right, here we go. So now you're talking. I, over the years, exercise my eyes in both short and long distance. Whenever I paint for a long time, yeah, I'm well aware that I'm making my muscles bias towards one particular way. That occurred to me as a kid, yeah, little 12, 13-year-old kid. So what I'd done since I was a kid, whatever periods I'd spend painting, yeah, I'd spend similar periods looking out the window, long distances, picking out details on the building and things like that, just to balance out that muscle group. I've got pretty damn good eyesight, you know. I'm not exactly some kind of young sprightly dude. I've got pretty damn good eyesight, and the reason is this hobby, and the other reason is I balance it out with long distance staring, if you will. I know a few painters that do that. If you go and chat to Meg Maples as well, she, as well as being a great painter, she went to the opticians one time, and the optician was like, "Wow, your eyes react real quick, yeah, to focusing distances and sizes." And the only reason is she exercises her eyes in a range of motions, just as I do. So, practice. I'm no optician or medical expert, but if you're starting to get closer and closer and closer, are you doing smaller and smaller work? Well, it makes sense if you are, alright? But when you notice yourself getting closer and closer, pull it back. Start to see if you can start step by step over about a weeks, months, years, and forever. Start stretching it back out. Same, go on long distances. Go on, there's like blocks of flats over in the distance there, probably about 500 meters away. And I'll just see how sharp I can make the window frames look. See if I can see the rows of bricks. Watch the patterns in clouds. When I was a kid, the back of my bedroom window looked out upon Oldham, and Oldham was town sat up on a hill. And I just look at there was one skyscraper, and it was called the Civic Centre. I say skyscraper, it's a small building tower thing. I don't know, probably about 20 floors, something like that. Might be more, might be less. But, on top of a hill. And I just stare at it, and stare at the streets as they go up the hill. Just for the sake of good eyesight practice. So yeah, there you go. Alright, Silver Fox says, "Love your work, brother. Thank you. Keep it up, and hope to catch one of your courses soon." On that note, what have I got coming up? I've got no more courses planned. What is coming up is Salute on the 18th of April. They've asked me to judge again. So every year it's nice to be invited to that, Yeah, I feel privileged that the Salute guys want me back each year. I don't ever expect it. Probably that's insecurity on my part. I might plan some courses, maybe for down south. I don't know. Let me know if you think there's a suitable venue where I can come down and do some bits and bobs. Oh, what's this? J and Gask. Am I excited for Ragnar? I am now. Is there one coming out? Painting Lemon, Salute was quality last year. Highly recommended. Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? I say it was alright when I'm judging. That's pretty much all I get to do. It's a pretty busy day judging. It's hard work as well. It's not easy at all. Tell you why I judge though. I'm not necessarily a competition motivated painter, and even though I am a judge, and I've said this in other videos, why do I like judging? Because I get the opportunity to hold models in my hand by some of the world's best painters, and I get to enjoy those models and then choose my favourite and tell other people why it's my favourite. It's great. It's just a beautiful place to be. I don't care about much else outside of that. I literally just, it's all secondary, So yeah, cheers to the Salute dudes. So there's a new Ragnar model coming out, right? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Silver Fox. Yeah, definitely look into it. If there's other places I can run courses, yeah. why not, eh? Why not? Got no better to do. So yeah. Right, guys.